Hi, this is Pastor Paul, and welcome to our midday Devo with a staff member. We had a guest staff member on Tuesday. That was Ty Stewart, did an amazing job preaching on Sunday, and I had a great conversation with him on Tuesday. And so today, we're still looking for a Friday regular staff person, and we're gonna be having me sub in until we find somebody new. But anyway, our core value today is about acceptance. Let's go through the 9 core values that Crossroads has when we started the church. Which, by the way, people wonder where I am. We have Marzahn Pond. This is what's called Rush Creek. This is where Pastor Deb grew up. And this is the creek behind her house called Rush Creek. So let's go through the 9 core values if you remember them. The first is authenticity, then small groups, process, interdependence, compassion, excellence, joy, and this week's acceptance, and then next week's will be relevance. So let's talk about acceptance. Ty did an amazing job, so did Pastor Dan at our Inver Heights campus. And he said something that's, hey Roxy, good to see you. He said something that was really powerful when he preached on Sunday. He talked about extending welcome. And so we're now going to realize that we're all unacceptable. That was his first point of his message. We're all unacceptable. We're all in need of God's grace. So when we feel somebody else isn't acceptable, we have to remember that we're not acceptable either. That for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So we all need to confess that we want to be acceptable before God by having a faith relationship with Him. And then we need to remember that there are persons who come that we need to cross barriers to reach out in acceptance, because sometimes there's people different than us. And so we have to say, well, how can I reach across the aisle, so to speak? If someone is different background, as I always say, they have a different sin life than me. How can I continue to reach out to them, right? And say, no matter what they're doing with their lifestyle, I would like to be in relationship with them. And that's what the third thing Pastor Dan talked to us is extend welcome. He looked at 2 Corinthians and talked about Paul saying that there should be nothing in our behavior that would embarrass or make someone else not feel welcome. And so that's something we have to do some self-examination in, is what do we do to feel welcome? Today, if you notice, I have a collar on. We celebrate the life of Pastor Deb's Aunt Mary. And we went to another faith community, a Catholic church called St. Joseph's. And it was so blessed today to be extended grace and welcome. It was a great model for me. When we came in, they welcomed Pastor Deb and I and said, we heard you're going to be a part of the service today. By the way, we have the readings all printed out for you and they're here in the pulpit. Let's do a mic check for you. Would you like anything to eat or drink before we get started? They walked us through the building. They showed us where the restroom was. They reminded us about the mask rule and explained when we can wear it and when we can't, and basically made us feel welcome. The priest even realized that, we were not Catholic clergy, and so they said, well, there'll become a time when we'll be giving out the host, and if you'd like, you can stand there and cross your arms, and then we'll give you a blessing, because they know, obviously, that we can't do communion there. So just a lot of different ways that we were extended welcome today. So it made me think, how do we at Crossroads extend welcome when people come in? How do we let them know that they're loved by God and loved by us? Something for each of us. And then also in our own personal lives, how do we extend welcome? How do people feel, and as our core value says, to reach out in love and acceptance so all may become fully devoted followers of Jesus Christ. Come to Him and that we reach out in acceptance. He said that we accept people where they are, but then enable them to grow in their faith journey. So it's a kind of a 2-step challenge. One is to reach out and welcome, but also to help them to grow in their faith. So that's kind of the challenge we have through our core value of acceptance. So I hope you're having a blessed Friday, wherever you're watching this from, and that you'll have a wonderful opportunity to come to church this Sunday. It is going to be an amazing service. If you can't be there live, watch it online, watch it later. Sam Evans, formerly known as Sam Lewis, who was our intern for many years and then our youth director, is returning back to preach, and this is her first time in the pulpit in over a year. She lost her husband a year ago, and so she's kind of been on sabbatical for a while, but still doing ministry in other ways. And so it's a joy to have her. She'll be coming into Lakeville Saturday and then preaching at our church on Sunday. So if you feel encouraged to come to in-house worship, we'll be gathering, of course, at 9:30 at the Lakeville campus, 10:30 at the Inver Heights campus. Take care and have a blessed Friday evening.